Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Keep It Concise. Let's get into the show. Yo, what's going on with everybody? It's your boy, Concise. We are here at the Keep It Concise podcast, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sunday Night Live, 10 p.m. This is what we do on the Eastern Standard Time. And for all those that are new here, man, please shout us out where y'all are from, man. I cannot believe some of the places that people already told me. But if, like I said, if you're new here, make sure you guys subscribe. We're going to have a lot to talk about. I do have some few important topics to talk about. Then we're going to get into some other things as well, but let us know where y'all coming in at, man. I appreciate everybody that continues to come on these Sunday Night Lives, man. We talk about some dope gems about the barbering industry, but also in life as well. So continue to keep grinding. Truly the Williams, hello, how you doing? Good evening. I appreciate you hopping on the live. Right. You're, although you're right next side by me, it's all cool. But I appreciate it. So let me go ahead and share this. Give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta share this stuff because we got a lot of oh, it's just gonna do one of those. Okay, cool. Here we go. Boom. And we are in there. Okay, cool. So where y'all coming in at? Where y'all from? If you are a regular, I appreciate you for tuning in. Before I get even further into this this podcast and the topics that I have, I want to know how your week was, and also what is one pain point that you had to go through this week. Vince, what's going on, bro? Hope all is well with you. Vince, I'm not sure if you follow me on my YouTube, but hop on over to YouTube. I think this conversation is one that everybody would love to hear. Some of the things I want to talk about is very, very important for everybody. Even if you're just a barber, a stylist, anything. If you're in the hair industry, I definitely think this conversation is one of those. DC and well, your name is DC for life, so DC in the house. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? That's dope. Nobody can say that you're not from there. T Love, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. You guys definitely don't want to miss this live. This live is going to be an interesting one. So stay tuned. And we're gonna talk about some stuff. I'm gonna need y'all to answer some of these questions because I know some of us are dealing with some of this. So we're not gonna act like it's not us. You know what I mean? It is. We deal with this stuff too. So I appreciate it. Like I said, what's the pain point that you dealt with this week? I'm curious on something that you dealt with this week that wasn't the easiest thing throughout your week. What was the pain point for you? Fatal, what's going on, man? Appreciate you hopping in, tuning in. Hello, how you doing? What's up, Jonesy Cuts? Hope all is well with y'all. Other than the Knicks losing, I know that's some of y'all pain point. I know, they didn't make it to the finals, but other than that, throughout your week, was something that just kind of frustrated you just a little bit? What's going on, Dez? Dez, you already know where we at. We on the other side with this. Ain't much, man. Just bless. Pain point, clippers. I feel that cut slow. Okay. Why is that a pain point for you? I might have to move to magnetic or vector for fading. So, you know what? That's a great, we can get into that after some of the stuff I want to talk about. But that is a That's a great realization on what you might need to do for your station, because depending on, the hair texture that you cut, you might be right, man. That might be the best way you need to go. What comes into your shop or what comes in your chair more, that might be the route to go. Anybody else? I'll give y'all one more second. Learning the EBs and flows of the day and day in the shop business. Yeah, I got you. I understand that. I understand that. So IG, I won't be on IG for long. I am live on YouTube. So if y'all want to hop on YouTube and we're gonna go ahead and continue this conversation, you might want to hop on over there. But yeah, learning the flow of the day to day in the shop. That definitely can be a heavy load for people. I feel like brush motors remove bulk well, but blending not always. That's true also. And I talked about something like that a long time ago, when it came to like rotary motors and blades. Because when it comes to that, now we're going to talk about blades when it comes to it not fading well. All right, so let's get into this, right? Barbershops, Neil, what's going on? Barbershops are the new content studios. Do y'all agree or disagree? Barber shops or studios are the new content studios. Now, I'm bringing this up because there was one time me and my wife, we were looking into a building to where we can just grow. It was somewhere in our city, and it was on the third floor. It was a dope spot, and it had so many small rooms and had a big floor in the middle. And of course, in my mind, I'm thinking like, yo, we should create like a place where there's nothing but studios and people can come here and use the studios and stuff like that. And at that time, I think it would have worked very, very well. But now, I think this is right before COVID. Like this was some time ago, but now a lot of people probably would have been moving out and then finding like I'm in my own home. They probably would have had a studio in their own home. They probably would have had it in their own shop. And that is now the new content studio. So the main reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is a pain point for some people, is that not only do we feel like we have to cut hair, but now we also have to be content creators, right? We have to make content. So, but I have to be honest with you, if you want people to get more in your chair, this is just one part. This is just one part of how people can get in your chair and know who you are. Content equals visibility. Visibility equals income. If you're not online, you're invisible to the next generation. And that is so true. I know that there's a lot of more like OG barbers. When I say OG barbers, I'm talking about the years they've been in the barbering industry. There's a lot of them that have been in the industry that has not switched over to doing content. Now, don't get me wrong, they're probably doing just okay with their clientele. However, we have seen it that people that do amazing content, not only do they have good clientele, but they also open up another opportunity of income. So that's the part I want y'all to understand. I'll be honest with you, I have like a love hate when it comes to content, because as a business, I know this is something that I need to do. And I know I need to be visible for those out there, not only for just clientele. That's the main part, but it's also expanded even more into businesses that you can do business with, like other companies you could do business with. So if I was y'all, we have to understand that content equals visibility, and also visibility can help equal income. So that being said, should every barber be a content creator, right? Like what is that for everybody? Does everybody need to be that? Does everybody need to be a content creator? Well, here are some of the benefits of being a content creator. Excuse me. For one, you build a brand beyond the chair when you do this. You made your haircutting business become a business of its own in a way of somebody doesn't have to sit just in your chair for you to get noticed. Now, I don't know this young man's name, and I've been watching his content for some time. I say for like the last month and a half. Um, he makes some real funny like reels, and he's getting very noticed. Like he just did a video, he just did a reel with 360 Jeezy. I don't know his name. I forget his name, but he's been staying visible. He's been staying on notice, and most people probably know who I'm talking about. I don't know his name, but I seen his face like almost every other day because he has some type of skit that he's doing dealing with the barber, like the barbershop, and he's the only person in the shop. It's not the only person in the shop, and like at that time of him recording, it's just him in the chair, and that's it. So if that's not telling y'all something, then I don't I don't know what is. But even if that's not your type of content that you're going to do, the benefits of being a content creator is recording your cuts, do tutorials on the information that you know about clippers and trimmers and hair textures and all of that. That stuff is information and knowledge that people will love to know. Do product reviews. I do product reviews. I love doing product reviews. It's a part of my passion on what I do, when it comes to this industry. Transformations. Some people are great at doing transformations. Me, I'm a little bit old school. I'm still spinning in the chair, and then when they get spun one more time, then that's when I, see the transformation and see the next haircut, the clean haircut from it. Some people are great at that. You get what I'm saying? So these are some of the people that I honorable mentions that does do this. They built the brand beyond the chair, which is 360 GZ, Chris Bazio, the fourth Ken, Tank B Chopping, Dakota's Clipper. Dakota's Clipper, my man created content because the fact that he can cut hair and he raps. Like my man made content off of rapping about cutting hair. Like, should every barber be a content creator? There are a lot of benefits when you are one. Now, am I saying that it's a must? No, there's definitely different angles, very much so. But in 2025 and how things are progressing, especially with uh, just having social media just all around us, I feel like it's kind of like an automatic that you got to be doing something on social media. You got to be doing some type of content for you, your shop, your name. You got to be doing something. You got to be active in it, because if not, then I don't know. I just don't know why. I don't know why you don't want to build what you're doing and then some. That's my main question. Like, why do we not want to earn more? Like, you want to stay at $5, but you can get the 10, but you don't want to do the little bit extra to get the 10. Now, it's interesting that we're going to be talking about this because a lot of people feel like when it comes to content creation, it's draining, right? We're gonna get there, so don't even worry about it. We're gonna get there. So here's the real thing though. We got to start simple and stay consistent. Now, you don't need a red camera. Red camera is one of those cameras that costs like $16,000. Your phone alone is enough. Your phone alone is enough. Start with a tripod, a ring light, and a lav mic. Like I have the Hollylands. Like I talked about these multiple times before, that these Hollylands is one of those type of mics that I feel like everybody should have. This one comes with two, and you could always mic somebody up, and it's like $120. Like why would you not? Why would you not want to have that? You never know. You might be a person that interviews people well, and that might be your niche. You get what I'm saying? So keep it simple. Just use your phone. This is my like use your phone. Like I'm on IG right now. I'm about to hop off, but y'all can just jump on YouTube. But I'm using my phone, and where phones are at today, how clear phones are, you do not need much. You don't need much at all. You get what I'm saying? So start start doing content with the things that you already have. Start simple. That's it. and just post consistently 2 or 3 times a week minimum. That's not that hard, y'all. There, I'll be honest with you. For those that don't like posting that much, that throughout the haircuts that you've done throughout the week, there has to be 2 or 3 haircuts that are fire that you have done that you should be posting easily. Get the before, get the after, post it. That's not hard to do. Now, if you saying all your stuff, your haircuts is not to say trash, but if you're a work in progress with your haircuts, then find another thing to talk about when it comes to what you do about this industry. Like like I told you, that guy that did that collab with 360 Jeezy about being on the phone talking about he wanted an appointment, but he was asking like different times. Like, nah, I'm not available at that time. But he called him to see if he was free. You know what I mean? So you can do stuff like that. It's not that hard, y'all. All right, IG, I'm gonna go ahead and get to the next part. This is the part y'all probably really want to hear, but I appreciate y'all hopping on. No, I don't want to share that. All right, cool. So now I told y'all we was going to talk about this, and this is sometimes a hard place for people to talk about this. When it comes to content and doing content on social media and TikTok and live, Instagram lives and YouTube lives, get clients comfortable on camera. And I know a lot of times we don't know how to go through that process. And honestly, you just gotta ask. I know I ask. I don't. I'm real direct, but in a way that it's received. You know, hey, I do content. Most of my clients already know this, but if there's somebody new, I ask them, hey, do you mind if I do a before and after picture? Oh, that's cool. Sometimes I like going live while I'm cutting hair. Is that okay with you? If not, it's no pressure. These are the things. Just ask for permission. Now, I did put this up here. You don't have to do it, but create a simple waiver if needed. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this is what I do sometimes, not all the time. So if any of my clients see this, just know I understand. But yeah, I don't do it all the time. Sometimes when I get a product coming in, and let's say I get a product coming in Saturday evening, and I'm like, oh man, this is a dope product. I really want to cut some hair. And I reach out to somebody, it's like, hey, um, I like to get a recording done with this new product. Do you mind coming in at this time, free of charge, just so I can get the content? Now, some of y'all might think that's crazy, but for me, that helps me for what I'm trying to produce for y'all. So sometimes you call it a waiver, you can get them a free cut based on some of the content that you're trying to do, or you could say 10% off, 30% off, however you want to do it. That's just another way to get your clients comfortable. And then you make your clients feel like celebrities on your page. Like, I have these young men that I cut, and two of them got on it, and one of them was on my website, and they was joking to the other boy, and I didn't know he kind of felt some type of way about it until they were all together getting haircuts. And I was like, oh man, my bad. Like, I didn't think nothing of it, but they like that feeling on being on like your social media, your websites and stuff like that. So just make sure you guys ask the question, get your clients comfortable for being on camera. But I definitely don't think you should press any button without them knowing that that's what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? So that's just that. Now, let's talk about this. I was talking about doing this, and I can honestly say that content creation can really be a strain. It really could be a strain on you if you don't go about it the right way. But that's not the only thing to me that I feel like that gives us burnout, because barber burnout is real. And I do want to talk about this because it doesn't get talked about that much. But there is a certain thing as burnout. In our industry, it's like, work every day nonstop from 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. in the morning. You be the early bird and you be the last one in. I mean, last one out. What is that? LIFO, last one in. No, first one in. What is that? FIFO? One of them. Yeah, Philo. Yeah. First in, last out, right? So that being the case, man, how can I say this? Burnout doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that you need to adjust. And we're gonna have to talk about this, y'all, because we don't talk about it. We want to see people working as a barber nonstop. We at cookouts, people asking us for haircuts. We at the store, people asking us, can we get them in tomorrow at 12? We don't matter where we at, people always ask us for haircuts. We on vacation, people like, did you bring your clippers? Like, barber burnout is real. But here's the more uh here's the thing about it. We have to talk about it. It is a mental exhaustion and physical fatigue. And we don't exercise how to get through this. So let's talk about it. This is how you know if you have any signs of burning out. You're irritable, you're tired, you're losing a passion. I have seen so many barbers lately, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a social media thing, and I don't know if a lot of barbers are comparing themselves. And I definitely would say stay away from comparing yourself to another barber, because comparison is the thief of joy. And you do not want to be that. Just be the best version of yourself and try to achieve the goals that you have for yourself. Don't compare yourself to another barber. Stay focused. You dread appointments and start rushing through cuts. Thank God I have not been to a place like that where I'm like, oh man, I got all these appointments. Da, da, da. Like I'm grateful. I'm grateful for having uh these clients that want me to service them. And I love making a difference, not just through haircuts, but just being who I am. And dreading appointments is it's crazy. That's like red flag, you know what I mean? Even for your client. Your client don't want to be in your chair if you over here dreading to cut their hair. You're disengaged from social media or your clients. Like if you was the type of barber that was doing a lot of stuff or whatever like that, there's nothing wrong with breaks. You can have a break. I think everybody needs a break from all of this stuff, even clients. But like if you had a client that used to come in, sit in your chair, you used to have healthy conversation, but now you over here, you just quiet. You just can't wait until your time's done. You just can't wait until it's 7 o'clock. It's like you clocking in and clocking out. Like that mentality is coming over you. Then that right there is like signs of burning out. You get what I'm saying? So this is something I know it doesn't talk like we don't talk about much, but it is true. And I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why most barbers burn out. And then one of the main reasons is for them not having no structure. You not having structure in your business and your personal life is the reason why a lot of us deal with burnout. You have to figure it out. You have to plan. You have to see uh the times of how everything is working. You got to check your numbers um to see how everything is flowing. Like how many clients are you getting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? What are your hours looking like? When are they coming in? When are they not coming in? You got to start figuring out, okay, there's some family stuff that I got going on and my time is needed here, 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 here. You if you structure these things, then you won't really have much burnout. But also the other thing is another reason why you're burning out is because you're not being intentional. You're not being intentional with your service. You're not being intentional at the shop. You're not being intentional at home. You're not being intentional within your personal growth. You're just doing things just to keep busy. And to be honest, that is not the place where you want to be, because once you do that, then it feels like everything you're doing it for nothing. And then you start feeling like bearing, and you start feeling all this weight on you and you don't understand why. Even though you're so busy, you have so much stuff going on, but you're not being intentional about it and you have no structure with it. And that's the main reason why a lot of barbers burn out. There's a lot of main reason why a lot of barbers just give up and say, you know what, I'm done with this. It's too much. It's too much on me. It's too much on my family. It's really not working out. All of this stuff goes on like within the chair, and nobody discusses it. Nobody talks about why this is. It's because we have to learn what structure is. How should I structure my business? How should I communicate with my family how things are going to go about? How am I going to take myself more serious? What are the things that keeps me going? What like I'm a church goer, you know what I mean? I'm a brother of Christ, and if I don't go to church on Sunday, and to be honest, like let's say I missed 3 Sundays. Oh man, I'm out of it because that's something that keeps me at peace. If I don't eat healthy enough, if I don't work out, if I don't go to the gym, if I don't take time for stuff like that, these are the things that like keeps me in tune. So I have to be intentional with my time. Me and my wife, we're married. We gotta have time for us. You know, we have a child. I have to have time for my child. I have to have time for my business and giving my clients the services they need, and that I'm not rushing, but I'm doing everything in excellence. So being intentional is one of the healthiest things you can do so you don't have to experience burnout, and stop being busy just to be busy, just to tell everybody you're being busy. Now, yeah, you could be a barber that's busy from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. for 6 days a week, grinding, getting money. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, you don't even realize that you're becoming more unhealthy. You have more of a mental block because you don't know how to uh get away and just have a time of like peace and quiet. There's so much more than just being at the job and cutting hair. You got to have structure, and the structure has to look with the health like a healthy flow of what you're doing a day in, a day out. You have to be intentional. So these are the two topics I really wanted to talk about. And I pray that you guys really receive that and understand that this is something that we all need to work on and get better at. Now, I will say this: there are a lot of people that have mastered some of these things. There are some people that have classes about these things. There are some things that we can look up, you know what I mean, and research. But I hope everybody that hears me will take out the time, and here's like for real, take out the time, figure out where you're at. Do you have structure? If you have no structure, what are you being intentional about? And what are some things you're not being intentional about that you can be? Like uh what can be the best thing for you, especially right now where you're at in 2025, no matter where you're at in your barber industry as well. Like it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you're a veteran. Sit down, take out the time, really see where you're really at, see if you are even close to burnout, and if you are, look at your structure, look at everything that's going on, be more intentional in all the areas that God has given you uh reign over, and honestly, just make a better life for yourself. Make a better life for yourself. When you start doing stuff like that, and you start being intentional in your service, intentional, and let's say if you're an owner, you're being intentional to your employees, you're being intentional to your kids, your wife, your husband. You're just being intentional. Like once you start operating in that realm, man, like nothing can stop you. Like for real, nothing can stop you. But that's the main things that I had. That's the main things that I had, and I really hope that y'all take that. So I know y'all. Y'all want to talk about some products. I have some products here. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about them. We're gonna discuss them because me and a friend of mine's, we was talking about detachables. We was talking about some other stuff, and I wanted to share some things with y'all about some detachables that I have today. Um, what is y'all? Matter of fact, I think I had it last week when I said, "What's the best detachable when it comes to the Heineken Series versus the Super ZR2s? What's the best ones?" So I got both of them here, and I want y'all to hear them. I think I could do a test real quick of how they sound and all of that. I can do a weight test, all of that, right here, right now, live. And y'all let me know which one y'all like. Now I'm gonna get into these comments because I seen y'all go crazy in the comment section as I'm over here trying to give y'all a whole healthy word. And it's okay. Just make sure that y'all listen, y'all listen back to it and hear everything I was saying, because I definitely feel like it will help you. Oh yeah, y'all was going in. Sarge, what's going on? Good evening, brother. Tapping in from smell Smell Paso. What? Is that a real place? All right. Daniel Gomez, what's going on? Okay, y'all was going crazy about clippers and trimmers. Nothing wrong with that. I love how engaged y'all are with one another. I really do appreciate that. CTV, what's your favorite Singapore shaver? That video is coming out soon. That video is coming out soon. Preach, brother. I appreciate that, Neil. Um, and the ZR is the best detachable for the price. Check it out. For the price, how much is it for sensitive areas under the nose or neck? Got you. Which trimmer are you picking up? Daniel, what kind of question is that? Whichever one's the closest one to pick up. It don't even matter which one at that point. All right, so let me get these over here. Y'all, yo, y'all funny. The Pulse DR2. You said the Pulse. Okay, 325. Well, the Heinegers, the series was they was 300 for a little bit of time, and then from there they went up. They did say they was gonna go up, and I told y'all in my video they was gonna go up. Where is it at? Yeah, 325. The Uno 2.0, brother. Yeah, I would say that the Uno 2.0 is definitely a great choice when it comes to single foils. Heineken was good, but the new price, it's no longer in the range for its price point. Well, honestly, I thought we got it for a discount. I'm so used to that. I'm so used to that price. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm so used to for detachables being at that price. Now, clippers being at that 299 range, and we over here talking about detachables. Now, only thing that makes detachables like okay is the blades. Now, that part I do get. Now, do I wish there was a way that they can have different blades, a different price point for the blades? Then I would say okay, yeah. But I'm not actually I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the price because it's always been up there. Heineken says it's for 340 for less power, not working them up. When you say less power, what do you mean? Less torque? So I have them right here. I have a video coming out. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk more about it. I'm gonna talk more about it in my video. I'm just gonna do a few things on this live. Babel single UV. Now that it's good. It's not. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah, the Uno would do it, but the single foil, the Babeless one is not bad at all. So we're gonna do a test. I got decibel reader test, and also, well, I don't have to do a weight test. I definitely don't have to. I think we all know which one's heavier. But somebody said that this is quieter than the Heineken. Now I'm gonna use the same. I'm gonna use the same blade. I'm not. I'm not. See, I'm gonna use the same blade. We'll see. We'll see. And I'll be real with you. This thing has an on and off button here, and then I gotta adjust it here. Of course, something would try to fall. This bad boy, there is no other. It's just here. How it turns on and how you adjust the speed is the same button. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna do every. This has 5 speeds. I'm gonna do every speed. Wait, hold on. Let me start at the lowest one. Lowest one. I'm gonna do. That's the middle one. High speed. All right. Take this blade off. I'm put on the Highlander. Low speed. High speed. That's the big difference. That's one thing I'm definitely taking this over when it comes to the Supras. Here's why. Detachables was always a clipper that you never can use on kids. And I'm like, kids is going to look back at this big behind clipper being loud as I don't know what, and they going to cry because they think, bless you, they think that you chopping their head off because you got this thing on it, right? Now, this one, I did a video already with a kid in my chair. It's on my YouTube channel. No problems. It's quiet. I can have a complete conversation with somebody and still cut. Here's the kicker with this though. The blades on this stay a lot cooler than the Andis blades, the Oster ones, a lot cooler. So to me, I can really enjoy a detachable clipper. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? With this can get the job done. It's powerful. Don't get me wrong. But how many, like when you use a detachable, a lot of times you got to hurry up and be quick, da 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 da. And you still will because it's a detachable clipper. But you really can enjoy this clipper. You really can like perfect the areas that you really need to with that and not worry about heat. I guarantee you there's people that have detachable blades, and they have to worry about heat every now and then, to be honest. So with this one, you could just do what you got to do. Let's see what y'all talking about. Dan, it's great for sense of share, but the foil can get into spots it can't. Gotcha. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, everybody. Is what got me too. It's different. Super has more RPMs and torque than Series. Than both of them, even more than both of them. It's cooler because it's weaker. No, that's not why. I put the blades. I put the blades on. I have the octanes as well, and I have these. I put the blades on these. The Heinegger blades. It still stays cooler. So their blades are just cooler, to be honest. They have a different how they made their blades. Like I said, I'll talk more about it, but it's cooler. Also, when it comes to this, like when it comes to like balance, like it like being in your hand, like me doing this, I'm scared to do this with the Supras, but I can do this like it's nothing. I don't have a problem with these. It's bottom heavy. I can't, like, I have to come all the way over here to balance it out. And I'm kind of nervous to even have this in hand at times because of the weight, If you hold it down here, you feel the weight. You'll feel it right here. You hold it here, you feel the weight. You'll feel it here. So me using this all day nonstop, I have way more. This is way lighter. Matter of fact, where's the weight? Y'all thought I was playing. I came prepared tonight. And I'm not trying to convince nobody. I'm just trying to tell y'all what I like and what I don't like. That's like the real. That's like the real thing. Tell me I forgot it. Something I should have had. It's probably in here though. I could have left it at the shop, but I was just going to weigh it real quick. That's all. And I don't think it's in here. Let's see. I had the ZR2, but only used it on speed level 2. maybe 3 sometimes. The highest level 5 was overkill, and the blade was very hot within 45 seconds of use. Yo, that's crazy. 45 seconds of use? That's tough. I love his YouTube name, Buster Brown. That John is so funny. And the ceramic cutter solves that issue. Um, I have that. I have that too. The Octane has more power than the series. So, Brown, we're using blades with ceramic cutters. My 1.5. My 1.5 is ceramic. My 1.5 is ceramic. Mogul Elite Club, blessings. What's going on? How you doing? I appreciate you tuning in. But I have a ceramic. I don't know if you tried the Heiniger blades, especially the new ones right now that they have. Like I said, I have a video coming out with them. But they're just cooler. They're just cooler. You can put them on any detachable. They're just cooler. Like they did a good job with their blades. And when it comes to power, I had no problems with the Heiniger when it comes to power. When it comes to torque, RPMs, however you want to call it, I had no problems with it. To say that the Supers now, here's my thing. There's a lot of Andis products that I like. There's a lot of them, and y'all know that. All I'm saying is, it's probably time they upgrade the Supra ZR2. I'm not talking about the Pulse because I don't have the Pulse, but this probably has to be upgraded. If the Pulse is the upgrade, I seen the Pulse. Matter of fact, let me look that up right now. So I see it for $325, the ZR, the Pulse. Same body, basically. Same switch that it has. When I mean switch, I mean power right here and adjusting right here. I'll be honest with y'all. I didn't care for that. I didn't care for me have to go here and then turn that off this way. I don't mind just having one and it's off. Like, I don't want to have to hit 2 buttons to adjust anything or to turn it on and off. It's just boom, it goes. So for me, it's easy for me. I've been using it. I don't like I said, I don't like how it cuts. It's too heavy in hand. And I'm surprised I'm saying it because I do like stuff that has some weight, but it's too heavy. All right, let me see. My 3 out is ceramic, but all other blades are metal. Got you. Also, to me, ceramic cutters are quieter. They are quieter. Did you mention anything about the black high vis? I'm tuning in fan from Tampa. What's going on, Willie? No, I have not. I have not said anything when they would drop. I have not said anything about them yet. Honestly, I have to reach out to Wall so I can get y'all more information when my concise review is up. So you guys will hear it in the concise review. Concise, have you compared the Octane to the Heiniger? The Octane, what's that? Not the series. The series is just an upgraded Octane, to be honest. But the Orion is exactly the Octane. It's just in their name. The series has a 4-hour runtime. This is the only detachable, I think. Let me see the Pulse. Does this have a 4-hour runtime? Let me just check. I think out of all the detachables that I have used so far, this is the only one that has a 4-hour runtime. Yeah, so this has a 3-hour runtime. And this charges in 60 to 90 minutes. So I don't know if any other ones are doing that. What's going on, Daz? What clippers and trimmer you use today? None. I was like, I wasn't in the shop today, Des. The Octane has more RPMs and torque than both the Heinekers. Well, when I say it's the same thing, they might have switched out the motor. They could have made it less. It's basically the same thing. I mean, a Heineken revs up to 38. It's 18 to 38. But I don't. So how can I say this, Fatal? For me, for somebody that has been using detachables for some time, when people talk about RPMs with detachables, it's not the same as adjustable clippers. It's not. So when you're thinking about more power and you keep thinking about, well, this has more RPMs, understanding that detachables have a different way of how well they cut, you're not thinking about it having a real high RPM. When it comes to detachables, two main factors, yes, is the torque and the blades. Two main factors. Period. Nothing else really matters. The torque and the blade. Can this cut some through debulk? Like, can this debulk? Can it get through some real strong coarse hair, like butter? So if I already examined that, like you said, the series has 31 max. If 31 max can make me cut my hair like it's nothing, or somebody that had locks in their hair and I use a certain guard and it can cut it down like it's nothing, then we understand that those RPMs is not the main cause of this being a great clipper as a detachable or not. Now we're thinking about, oh, these blades are tough and the torque. And that's really honestly the bottom line when it comes to detachables. Most companies are going to focus on how well their blades are and the torque. They probably will focus on weight distribution, ergonomics, having one button, having a battery indicator on the battery. Like, some people care for that, some people don't. But the main thing is, how well do they cut? That's the main thing. So I've been down that road. Oh, this only got 6,800 RPMs. Oh, this only got 7,000 RPMs. Then they start coming out with stuff that got 9,000, 10,000, 11,000. And I'm like, you know what, man? I don't think we need that much. I don't think we need that much RPMs. What we really need is amazing blades, RPMs good just enough so I can get through bulk, fade, and something that fits well in the hand. Just to be real, like, that's the main thing when it comes to the industry. We want to make sure whatever we pick up can cut through whatever we needed to cut through, and it feels great in hand. The blades don't get hot, and it's quiet. This is quieter, way quieter. We just seen it. The highest decibel was like 63 something, and this went to 72. So for me, I'm going to pick this. It's the obvious choice for me to pick this because I can use this on more of my clients and I can service them better with this more than with this, even when it comes to their blades. I'm feeling them Tune 45 X Pro clippers with the green guards. I haven't touched my Wall Vapor, TBO Plays, or MRD X Pro Stylecraft 360 clippers at all. How you feel about them? The Tune 45 ones, honestly, man, I've been doing some work with them. Actually, I just did a story with the trimmers, and I've noticed the longer I had them, they cut real smooth, but they still hit. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm still doing like I'm still testing them for where my thought is going to go with them. So that right there, that right there is surprising for me that I'm even thinking about like what it kind of reminds me of. The clipper, I do like the clipper. I actually like the fact that he went rotary and not brushless. And the main reason why is because I want to see what happens when they do go brushless. I like the rotary clipper. I like how long, like how much it opens up because I do skip guards either way, but it's just more comfortable doing it that way. It fades well. I have no problems. I love the lever. I love how it feel in hand. Nice compact clipper. So I like it. Yes. Yes. Yeah. So like I said, Fatal, in my video, I'm gonna have some information. I'm gonna have some information for everyone when it comes to that because they came out with some detachable guards, right? And they're good. But it's crazy because they already came out with another like somewhat of another line, but it's for the blades that we use the most is where you'll see that red where you see that red lining on it. So I'll be talking about it more. All right. Another where's it at? Another thing I wanted to talk about is these bad boys. And my concise review is coming out with these two. So stay tuned. But I think I talked about it the other day. But clippers, clipper, and trimmer, the new ones. Y'all, like, okay, so I set this thing up that I already know where the power button is. Like you can't see it, you know what I mean? But I know where it is. It basically just looks like this. It's just a little button right here. And then boom, right? I'll tell y'all right now, with this lineup, with this one, this is a good upgrade to everything they came out with. To me, I'm not saying it's perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect. In my observation section, I do have something that I noticed about it. But all in all, from what they came out with already, like product wise, this is a healthy upgrade. This is a healthy upgrade to me, especially this trimmer. The trimmer, I think the trimmer is going to shock some people, to be honest, because there's something about it that I'm going to discuss in my concise review that I thought it was smart. It's like once you see a company do something, it becomes more like a duh, right? But some people haven't done it. Like when the Babelist in Tune 45, they had their trimmer. Their trimmer is the facing. If we hold it this way, if this is the power button, the blade is facing the other way. And to us, it makes like to me, it makes sense to have a power button this way, and then I'm lining up this way. But now power button turned, and to me, it's a duh. But some things we don't think about. And it's okay because it gives, other brands opportunities to create something that we were like, oh, I didn't even know we needed that. Clippers has something like that. They did something that's like a duh. So I'll be talking about that more. But I wanted to show you all these things. They sound good. They feel good in hand. Um, I got these grips because I just wanted grips. To be honest, you don't need grips, but I'm that type of person that once stuff becomes like this nice, shiny, sleek look, I want to have a grip on it. The back has enough ridges for you to, have some type of grip, but I'd rather be safe than sorry when it comes to this stuff. But you guys will get that. This video is coming out soon. This video is coming out soon, and I'm mad I can't wait it because I definitely thought I had my I thought I had it in my book bag. Any other questions? And before anybody hops off, make sure you guys screenshot this so you can have my discount codes so you can save yourself some money. Matter of fact, hold on, let me get out the way. Let me get out the way. All right, I think that was a good enough time. Any other questions? Man, it's only 50. We only been on here for 55 minutes. I feel like everything I done gave y'all was like fast forward or something. I feel like we've been on here a little bit longer than that. What's the decibel of the octane? I'm not sure, but I will let you know. But I do know what's up there. I do know what's up there. I'm not saying as high as like number 5 on the Supras, but I know what's up there. It's probably at like 68, 69 decibels. Low Pro 1 or the Black FX or the Black FX1 Clipper. I'm picking Low Pro only because I like the ergonomics on the Low Pro way more. To me, it was one of the best ergonomically molded clipper out. Which one's better? Um, I mean, for Phil, I'll say the Low Pro. I think the Black FX and the Low Pro, I feel like they are the same when it comes to a lot. You know, I think the motors are the same. I think the battery life is the same. I think everything's the same except just the, the ergonomics. It was 83. It was 83. That's high. What blade? Was it oiled up? Like mine's never ran that high. I have some type of video where I did all the decibel for every product that I had. I gotta find that video. What about the motor? I think the motors are the same, to be honest. Ergo or 50 cal BMG for fading. 50 cal. Me, me. I definitely think the 50 cal. Is the X Ergo and the Ergo the same at this point? Um, I think the X Ergos are just a little bit more. They have a little bit more power to them. I could be wrong, but I think they have a little bit more power to them. Somebody asked me if I was down in Orlando. I'm not. I'm not at the Orlando premiere this year. Last year I was there. Did want to go this year, but everything was so clumped together, so like right next to each other. So we wasn't able to go. Pancho, what's going on, bro? Hope all is well with you, man. I seen I seen that South Carolina got sponsored by Andis, right? I got sponsored by Andis. I think that's dope, bro. I think that's dope. I think you made it happen. So you're doing some big things, bro. Keep it up. Let me see if I can find it. So nah, Babyless. Babyless? Now why now why okay, I'm about to say Team Babyless? Poncho. Oh bro, we gotta talk. We gotta talk. Team Babyless. He said, yeah. We're gonna talk about these too, these compact. So I have I have an interesting thing about these compact clippers. Matter of fact, how do y'all feel about clippers being so compact? Like, okay, so here is yes, I'll be having this stuff on this standby. Here is the main differences when it comes to shapes and sizes of clippers that we use today. These are the three. You're gonna find like almost every clipper at one of these sizes. Okay, so detachables, most of them are going to be this lengthy, right? Then you got your regular adjustable clipper, and that's going to be like much of the difference right there, right? When it comes to that. But then now you got the compact clippers, right? So like, look at the difference. That's like 2 inches of a difference from a detachable, an inch and a half from adjustable. What are your thoughts when it comes to these compact clippers? Do y'all really like them like that? Is it like you feel like the brands are testing something out? Like what are y'all thoughts on that? You said easy pass on the compacts. Okay. I think the FX ones are better. Brushless motor. Okay. Why? Why let me see. I like the ergo on the 245 clipper, but the motor is a pass. See, I love the motor. I love that effect that it's rotary. And it still gives you a healthy runtime. Yeah. I like the ergo on the 2. I like the ergo on the 245 clipper. Oh, ergonomics. Sorry. So what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the compact like clippers? Y'all like them? Y'all cool them? Y'all don't really care about them? I had a few. I mean, who started this whole compact? Was it the instincts? I really can't remember, like clipper wise, who started the small size compact clippers. I really can't pinpoint. I'll probably have to look back at some videos and find it that way, but it's just not coming to thought real quick. But as a person like me, having like huge hands, uh this don't feel no, I don't feel no weight. This is like almost the same size as my hand. It's a little bit longer, but like to some people, like this is, you know, okay, adjustable, nice size to that. But the compacts is like some of the compacts, let me see. Some of the compacts is as small as trimmers. Let me see. Yeah, like look at this. The compact the Saber 2s is smaller than this trimmer. You said the compacts are basically the Babeless Magic Clip. Okay. I don't like the fact that the brush motors, like the ones that are in the T45, lose power with the battery drainage. Got you. Most most people that understand like motors like that. Now, brushless motor is probably the most common motor that most companies are going to have because of the fact that the longevity of the brushless motor. Brush motors, yes, they do die out like magic clips. Um, and the battery drainage. I don't know what they did with the T45s, but so far I have not had no uh like I had no drop in power when it was at a low percentage. So I don't know if it's something they did different, but I rock with it. I'm not mad at it. Any other questions? Yeah, Poncho, we definitely got to talk. I enjoy the compact. The only problem is I can't go back to my favorite corded master now. It seems like a cinder block. Yo, you know what's so funny, man? When you try out a lot of stuff, and test this stuff out, and you got to use it for like weeks, and then you try to go back to like something you used to, it kind of, not to say it throws you off, but it's like you never notice the difference until you've been using something for a very long time. So yeah, I definitely understand what you're talking about. Every now and then I'll use my corded masters, but not for long. Next time your teeth is almost dead and battery running RPM just got you. For sure, bro. Yeah, yeah, bro. We got, yeah. Maybe I'm tripping. I hit you up in the morning. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna have a video out tomorrow. I mean, it's probably gonna be a funny one to y'all, but hey, it's a part of the industry. How about that? Any other questions? If not, this is going this well, surprisingly, an hour and 7 minutes is a short night on the Keep It Concise podcast. Yo, fatal instinct X or ergo for fading. All right, I'm gonna pick the ergo, and my reason why, you'll probably never guess why. Instinct X or the ergo. I'm definitely picking the ergo, and it's not because of ergonomics. I'm thinking I might just get an Instinct X instead of an ergo. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely picking, me personally, using them for a long period of time. I'll probably pick the ergo. But there's one thing that stands out the most out of the two that makes me like, nah, I can't use the Instinct X. But I like them. But if I had to pick between the two, hands down, Instinct X. You said why the ergo? Okay, so somebody like me, um, now Fatal, let me ask you this: where do you cut at? Are you in school? You in the barbershop? You in the studio? Like, where do you cut at? See, stuff like this, all this type of stuff to me definitely matters. At a shop and school. Completing my last month of school. Okay, cool. All right. So good. I mean, this is why. I'm in a studio. I cut uh small kids to older men. I'm definitely picking the ergos. They're a lot quieter than the Instinct X. The Instinct X is way too loud for me in my studio. So if you're in a barber shop, it's probably not going to matter to you that much. But the fact that where I'm at, it matters. It matters a lot. And I'd rather have a quiet clipper that has the same magnetic motor, same RPMs, actually a great blade on it already, and great ergonomics. I'm definitely going to pick that over the Instinct X, which is going to be a lot louder in my studio, smaller in hand, and it actually will probably gets a little bit hotter than the ergos, quicker. So yeah, the ergo hits angles better than most clippers. Got you. I have an Onyx as my main clipper, but I tried. I'm tired of so many using others. Got you. I mean, if you're curious about the Instinct X, I'll definitely say get them. But I'm telling you my reason why I wouldn't get them. There's nothing wrong with them, especially if you're in a shop. I'm not sure. I probably have. I did a concise review on that. I did a review on those. You probably have to look at the video and see. I'm assuming 11,000 RPMs. I think it rests at 95. I think it's like 9380 something, but I think they say it rests at 95 and revs up to 11,000, so or 11,500. The wall peanut is the first compact trimmer. Yeah, you're not mad. You're not wrong about that, especially before the heroes, right? Yeah, you're not wrong about that. But what about the clipper though? That's the what was this first small? I'm gonna look that up. First, like what was the first compact clipper? See, that's not even answering my question. Let me find out. I gotta go to chat. Let's see what chat say. You said you think it was by wall, also the clipper. You might be right. Wall Peanut. The first compact clipper widely recognized in the barbering industry was the Wall Peanut, introduced by Wall Clipper Corporation in 1992. Since then, Gamma Boosted Mini. The Wall Super Pocket. That was a dog clipper. Let me see. And this Easy Style clipper. Hold on. Early 2000s. Oh, but see, that's international markets. They got a Wall Super Taper Mini. Man, you'd be surprised about this stuff. Oh, okay. Is this really a compact clipper? I don't know the size of it. It looked like it. So this is the one they're talking about. I'm gonna show y'all in a second. This is the one they're saying. I don't even like how this is. This is the one they're saying. That thing is $16. $16 first compact clipper. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Mr. Williams, how you doing? Um, we was talking about compact clippers. Like, how does everybody feel about compact clippers? Because give me a second. Just seeing the difference, size difference. Oh, let me do it like this. How do people feel about compact clippers? Do y'all think that's something that everybody likes? You feel like it's more like, you know what? It's not for everybody. Like, what's your thoughts? Ergo is at 10K RPMs. Instincts is at 85 to 1150. So yeah, I mean, I'm probably still picking the ergos. The whole revving up stuff. I mean, I heard, you know, I don't know how much of revving up that it really would do while you're cutting. You know, like how many times are you going to get stuck with debulking? Like, I don't know. Well, honestly, you won't even. Well, some people would. I just know that 50 cal BMGs, when it came to magnetic motors, was the best debulking clipper I had as a magnetic motor. I love the compact clippers, especially for people who don't want to tilt their head down, so you can get that back tape. Now, see, Mr. Williams, you on to something, because there's some people when you say put their head down, they just be like, bro, put your head down, bro, and you don't want to do that, but yeah, you right on, you right about that, but we shouldn't have to they shouldn't have to make smaller clippers. Our clients just need to pay attention a little bit better. How about that? But you're right. You're right though. You sure enough is right. And also compact, I think is really good with kids. It makes sense since I want to use it for fading 1.5 to scan. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, that definitely does make sense. Anyone else? Yeah, most compact joints are pretty quiet except some magnetic vector motor joints. Yeah, you know, I honestly feel like this, and y'all might agree or disagree. I don't think a vector motor should ever be compact. The more and more I've been using clippers and trimmers, I don't think a vector motor should ever be compact. I think it should be just a regular size type of clipper. This size is perfectly fine. I don't think it should be. I don't think it should be small. I've seen more benefits when magnetic slash vector motors are not compact. So a vector motor with a metal body is a no go for you. No, I'm not saying it's a no go for me. I just have a preference that I just don't need it to be that. Like the 50 cal BMGs is fairly enough quiet. So was the ergos. It doesn't have to be a metal body. It doesn't have to be compact. Jermaine, what's going on? Did you enjoy using the Babeless new Low Pros FX compact clipper? Honestly, I have, man. I'll be talking about it some more. I have some content with it, and y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see my thoughts on it. This is compact clippers. Why our brand's going that way? We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna see and compare some things and all that jazz. So um it definitely is a new wave. I don't know if a lot of people noticed it, but magnetic motors went there first, and now we're getting brushless, motors getting into clippers that are compact. We just gonna see how all this stuff works, how it's helping the industry. Instant X has a bigger body, kind of like the Ergo. Well, when it comes to like body wise ergonomics, and I'm ergos are a little bit better. We are in the compact era, right? I know that we're in that compact era, but I had to be real with y'all. Like, how do we get here? Like how like how do we get to the small clippers? Like who says something about clippers are too big? Like who like I'm just curious. Like did y'all ever have a problem with y'all clippers being too big? Or did we just complain more about them being too heavy? Wonderful. And waiting for the videos. Yeah, they're coming out soon. Everyone is going compact, but battery life will not improve. The instinct started it. Yeah, that's what I thought, that the instinct started it. I don't remember nothing else before that. Like I said, I'll have to do, a study on that. But yeah, battery life will not improve. You know, here here's something interesting, right? I have a great question for y'all. What's more important, your battery life when it comes like runtime or charge time? What's more important? Like, let's say you had a runtime of 2.5 hours, but it only took 10 minutes to charge. Would you be cool with that? Or would you be okay with a 3 hour runtime with a 3 hour charge time? Which one would you pick? I think the JRL body is pretty perfect. The ergonomics aren't for people who are willing to consider a style of clipper outside of their norm. I understand that. I see where you're coming from. It has to be a 1-2 ratio. Okay, so you're cool with a 4 hour runtime, 2 hour charge time. Do you think Babyliss new Low Pro FX compact clipper will be released soon? I believe so, yes. 2 hour time and a 1 hour charge time, maybe even fast charge to get to 50% charge. Yeah. So out of the three, out of the two options I gave y'all, what would you like better? 3 hour runtime, 3 hour charge time. That's one option. Or two and a half, let's say 2 hours. Let's say 2 hour run time with a 10-minute charge time. Which one would you pick? The 2 hours half the other one. No, I ain't gonna say I messed that up, but instead of 3 hours runtime, 3 hour charge time, let's do 4 hours runtime with a 3 hour charge time. Yeah, let's do it like that. I apologize. Am I going to be the only one that's going to pick the 2 hour runtime with 10 minutes of a charge time, fully charged? Or y'all picking the 4 hour runtime with 3 hour charge time? Let me get out for that. I agree with Fatal. I don't want 10-minute charge time. That would destroy batteries. I understand how this works. I just understand how this works. Okay. Anybody else? What option you picking? 4 hour runtime with a 3 hour charge time or a 2 hour charge time? I mean, 2 hour runtime with 10 minutes of a charge time. Those are your two options. Which one y'all picking? If the 10-minute charge time doesn't destroy the battery, I roll with that. I got you. I ain't mad at you about that. Anybody else? Y'all was a quiet tonight. So this is going to be a test because Clippers kind of came out with that option, right? This has a 35-minute charge time. This has a 25-minute charge time. We're going to see the longevity of these. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to use them. I'm going to keep charging them. I'm going to keep being real active with them. I'm going to let y'all know how well that fast charging is working for them. As I'm trying to speed up my cutting and use the Onyx, that's the reason I'm looking. Got you. What's the runtime on the Clipper? I think the Clipper runtime is 2.5. It could be more. Let me see. Three hours. Sorry. 3 hour runtime. 3 hour runtime for the Clipper and the trimmer. 2 hour runtime. What motor is in the clipper joint? I don't know. Uh, I mean, I know it's a brushless motor, but yeah, 3 hour runtime, 35-minute charge time is dope. We need more of that. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, I do have my review coming with these, but they did upgrade. This is they're on a good path with these. My personal thoughts. They're on a good path with these. It's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but they're on a good path with these. And for that price, oh man, that's not bad. Any other questions? If not, I'm gonna hop off, y'all. Do you guys think Ergo or Instinct will help speed up my fading? Honestly, man, honestly, I think both of them will help speed up your fading. I like the ergos because, well, let me say this: the ergos is somewhat of a cheat code because there's certain movements that you don't have to make the clipper do. It's already kind of doing that, so it's easier for you to like maneuver. The instincts, it has the power, but it all depends on how you cut. So, yeah. Do you know when the four-hole bracket releasing for the Annis Phenom? So the four-hole bracket, let me just I'm gonna show y'all this, and we probably gonna get off soon, but I'm gonna show y'all this. Because a lot of people keep asking me about the bracket. Let me just go. All right. Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure that I was correct in this. And I believe I am. Okay. So I'm just gonna go right here and I'm gonna share my screen. So when it comes to the bracket, there is let me just put myself in the corner. There is no separate bracket without you getting the blade. So you have to buy the additional. So we're just not gonna click on that picture. You're gonna have to buy this whole thing to get the bracket with the four holes. There is no getting this bracket without the blade. This is the information that I know so far. Oh, hold on, hold on. The Andis Phenom four-hole bracket comes with the extra Phenom blade you can order. Yeah, right. So it comes like this. That's how you get the four-hole bracket. You get they giving you an extra blade, but this bracket has the four holes in it. It'll be not to say it'll be kind of hard to give you just the four-hole bracket by itself, but this thing is a piece in itself. It's your skill fatal. Got you. Isn't Clippers owned by the same people who own JRL? Could be. You have to order the extra bracket. Yeah. So that's what I noticed. So when I was at the show, they had these on sale and they had a 4-hole bracket. So that's how you get it. You can't go to accessories and you're looking for the 4-hole bracket. It's not there. It's not there. You have to get the blade. I can't wait until they what is this black fade set? Where is it at? I don't think they have it in the wide holes. Now, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but I'm going to see if my detachable blades fit the bracket. Could be wrong, but we'll see. But I can't wait until the black fade blade fits. Yeah. You said Andis are on top with the phenom. Yo, I think you was here last time we was talking about did they fall off, did they not fall off, are they making a comeback, all of that jazz, and you was standing strong. You was standing strong with Andis, and now look where we at. They got a lot of stuff. They got a lot of stuff. So they doing some things. And this OG blades cuts better than the modern blades. Um, well, what modern blades do you have? Have you tried the phase blade? Have you tried the phenom blade? I mean the Kenny Duncan, the black taper blade, hands down, love that blade. The OG, you can't go wrong with the OGs. But have you tried their phase blade? That's a different blade. You know what I mean? Like that's their different blade. You said their marketing's failing them. I mean, I feel like that's one. I mean, if that's the only thing they got to worry about, and they're still being successful, I definitely feel like they can level up in that area. I like Andis, but their marketing and educating barbers on their stuff is not great. You know what, Fatal? How how many people are really trying to like pay attention to what Andis is doing? I don't know if that's always the case. What you just said, educating barbers on their stuff, man. I've if you just sit down in one of their like, especially at the expo, and you listen, you- they well, for one, if you ever listen to Kenny Duncan, he breaks down everything about the tool. If Kenny Duncan was a product reviewer for the Andis, yo, that would be crazy because my man can break down every inch of stuff. But just you know, the taper blade cuts better than the phase blade. Okay, no, nowhere on their site does the Phenom Bliss ads for a record even show it off. Why? That's a good question. I'm not sure. PlayStation doesn't have to market. Xbox does. Food for thought. Mm, I ain't never think about that. Not Granny Gems coming in with gems. I should not have to come to Concise Live to figure that out. Well, how can I say this? You probably have a point there, but it's good that there's somebody that can help you figure it out. I mean, that's how I look at it. But I definitely get what you're saying, Fatal. I'm not saying that they are the best at everything. You know what I mean? Their products are amazing. Like we can't knock them for that. So if it's their marketing, maybe they will see this video, they'll see what you're saying, maybe they'll react to it and they'll try to get more better at their marketing. Like there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff changing. Some companies are still growing in some areas, you know. Some companies are great at marketing and everybody's like, well, I don't like their products. Their products never change. Their quality is this and that. So every brand and every company got something they got to go through. All right, let me get off of this. Any other questions? And if y'all got on here late, I can't stand when that does that. If y'all got on here late and y'all didn't utilize this yet, just screenshot this. What? No, I gotta put this up. I have a Phenom also, and I think the Fade Blade is trash. That's tough. That's why I'm patiently waiting for the new bracket. Well, how about this? If you grab that, if you grab the Phenom blade that has the 4 holes, I'll do a blade swap with you. How about that? Who y'all got winning the finals? It was the West Coast ever since when let me see. I'm gonna make sure I got this right. Oh yeah. When OKC beat Denver, it was always the West Coast to me. Look, she said, sounds good to me. Got you. So because I have a few blades. So you just let me know which one you're talking about, and I'll let you know we good to go. What videos you drop? All right, Fatal. I do have I do have 2 videos I'll probably drop this week. Uh you're probably gonna laugh about them, but I do have a caliber video coming. I do have this combo coming. I'm thinking I ain't gonna drop 3 in a week, but I might drop one tomorrow, then maybe one Wednesday, and then the next one Saturday. But that might be too much. I'm not sure. I'm gonna see what the algorithm, and we're gonna go from there. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, y'all. I do appreciate y'all time and communication back and forth. Hopefully, you guys will listen to the first part of this video and really understand the information I was given about that, about uh, being a content creator, how it will help your business and how it can help you get beyond the chair and also at the same time not deal with burnout by doing so as well because you need structure and also you need to be intentional. So once you do these things and you're going about your business the right way, we all can flourish. So I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all take it easy and we out. Keep it concise, y'all. Be blessed.